Did you know only 1 out of 4 women seen or heard in news is a woman? It's about time we made some changes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Her Standards, the trusted voice of gender equality coverage in media, and the show that gives today's woman an opportunity to discuss issues objectively. My name is Quinta Mbori, and today we are hosted by the beautiful Gemshoots Riverside. This is a wonderful place where you can host your family and loved ones for meals, staycations, conferences, name it. Come on, let's not waste time. Let's go meet today's guests. Body shaming is known as the action or practice of expressing humiliation about another individual's body, shape, or size. It is a form of bullying that can result in severe emotional trauma, especially at a young age. Body shaming is done by parents, siblings, friends, enemies, and schoolmates, and is often portrayed on social media. Negatively commenting about the size or shape of anyone's body can be extremely damaging to them, potentially leading to low self-esteem, anger, self-harm, and even mental health disorders, specifically body dysmorphic disorder. Body shaming has included both criticisms of being too fat or too skinny, often picking on flaws that are completely irrelevant. Body shaming is a culture that is so deeply rooted in our society today, and it is slowly becoming a norm. Innocent statements like, "You have a pretty face for your size," "You look fat or skinny in that outfit," diet advice are just a few examples of body shaming. Social media is so far the biggest platform where body shamers thrive hard at their poor victims while hiding behind their screens. Perfection is not in the future when you get to live up to society's standards of a perfect body. We do not need to attain society's ideas of perfection to validate our worth and abilities. Our body image struggles begin with what we believe about ourselves. It is important to practice self-love and to try not to let negative comments bother you. Before introducing my guests of today, who by the way are looking wow, we are enjoying the beautiful panoramic, breathtaking views of the city skyline from the Argentine rooftop sky lounge at the Gemshoots Hotel luxury serviced apartments. Ladies, how are you?
Hello.
Hi. You're looking lovely.
Yes.
Yes, I'm so excited to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Right. Okay, very interesting. Now, I'm joined by 2 amazing ladies who have a lot of things in common. I'm just going to get to that in a short while. So let me introduce my first guest. Yes, she is a body positivity advocate. She's very beautiful. You need to follow her on IG. I mean, I was just talking to her the other day and I was just blown away by the kind of magic that she's working with her body. I'm talking about none other than Nyawira Mumenya, also known as Miss Nyawi. She's an award-winning content creator, and actually she's published a blog called Cows with Style.
Yes.
Oh, very nice. She's a plus-size model. You can, you can see it's all here, yes. And she's also a style influencer. And above all, she actually influences women and inspires women to embrace their body, no matter the size. Welcome to the show, Nyawira.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling excited. Nervous?
It's okay, we'll get through it. That makes the 2 of us.
Okay.
Now, also with us is Sharon Shaz.
Yes.
Nderitu.
Yes.
She's my fellow queen. She has a blog called Queendom.
.blog.
.blog.
Yes.
Yes, very nice. Now, Sharon wears many hats. She's a stand-up comedian. I also learned that she's an interior decorator. Something very interesting about her is she's also a math teacher. Yeah, we'll get to know that later, but also Sharon, by the way, has climbed Mount Kilimanjaro.
Yes.
Yeah, I think she's going to tell us more about that later in the show. Sharon, karibu sana.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm so excited to be here.
Very nice. So this show is about women and the issues that we go through. But above all, we are here to voice issues that women face, you know, candidly, objectively, and going by what has been happening since the beginning of the year. Apart from women making gains, I mean, we just had the first female vice president of the most powerful state in the world. We've also had a lot of low moments, and one of them is actually body shaming. I know that both of you probably have been victims of body shaming, but you have managed to rise above that. So maybe what we can talk about first is, what is your understanding of body shaming?
I would definitely say I feel that anything that attempts to make someone feel like they're not enough, or that the body, the size that they come in, the color, the skin tone, any of that, that sort of looks to degrade someone's body, the package, this thing that you were given, this vessel that you were given, anything that makes you feel or attempts to make you feel like you're not good enough is body shaming.
Wow.
That's what I would say.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Miss Nyawi?
I agree with Shaz. It's making somebody feel lesser than who they are. You know, you want to put out there that your body is not the standard type. It's not what people love, and it just makes you hate yourself. And for me, that's body shaming. If you make me feel uncomfortable in my own skin, in my own body, you're shaming me outright.
There you had it. Actually, one thing I also realized as I was doing a bit of research on this topic, and I was actually surprised, is that you can actually shame yourself. Yes. And you can actually shame somebody even when they're not around. You know, like women, we like catching up. So maybe when somebody is not around and you're talking behind her back after she has left, then we discuss something like, you know, how could she put on that dress? It didn't even look good on her. All those are aspects of body shaming.
Absolutely.
But the most interesting bit, as we watched what happened, especially for State House spokesperson, Kanzadena, and many other people who have faced body shaming, including Lupita Nyong'o, nominated Senator Millicent Omanga, name them. Yeah, one thing that actually stood out for me is the fact that it's very painful when you're body shamed by a man, but it's on another level. You feel the pain on another level when the shaming actually comes from a fellow woman. What do you ladies think about that?
I actually find it very disgusting that my fellow woman can come and shame me. Like, you understand the struggles you already go through as a woman. So why shame me? In fact, encourage me, stand up for me, you know? You know, like, it's so hard already being a woman, already being plus size. I'm not even comfortable, but you want to stand there and make a mock out of me.
Out of you. I am so sure that, you know, fronting for plus size girls, the confidence that you have, you know, doing what you love doing did not just happen overnight. It has been a journey and a learning curve. I would like to know, was there a moment when you felt like, I'm just going to drop this thing, I'm going to give up because of the bullying that you experienced?
Severally. So the first experience I had of this body shaming was, I think in 2017, and I'd posted a picture, just me and a slim girl. We were modeling for a certain brand in a swimsuit. But the comments were good, and then it reached a point where it was the men now talking. And it was like, gosh, go to the gym, gosh, eat a salad, shame, you're promoting obesity, you know, unhealthy lifestyle living. And I was like, huh? And they came into the DM now telling me stuff like that. Like, now they were in detail. And I was like, but at that time, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, for real. Because, you know, you zoom in, you're like, yeah, okay, those are thunder thighs for real.
How did that make you feel?
It made me feel bad about myself, like, okay, maybe if I had lost some weight, maybe I wouldn't have gotten that reaction. But I don't know, it just made me feel like, okay, Sawa, you've won. You guys have won.
So at what point did you decide that I'm not going to listen to the naysayers and I'm just going to focus on, you know, doing me, and this is my body, you take it, love it, it's who I am, there's nothing much you can do about it?
Well,
what was the turning point?
The turning point was, again, that day, my friends saw me like complaining about that comment, And they're like, you know what, all of us, let's go. Tag them trash. And now they were reposting my picture and saying, yes, this chick is cute. It's not just about her body. She's beautiful the way she is. Both of them are. And I was just like, okay, I have this strong group of women behind me, pushing me and telling me, hey, you can do anything. Look at you, like people want to be like you, you know?
Yes.
And I was like, okay.
And you know, after hearing your story, I'm just here to ask, you know, are women really their worst enemies?
Yes.
Yeah, look.
Right?
Yeah. Did you say yes?
Yes.
No, but you had a rally.
Sometimes
yeah.
the trolls are the women.
Whoa.
Sometimes they will come comments, YouTube videos and be like, shame on you, or your breasts are sagging. And I'm like, okay, I was talking about something. Yeah. Where did that come into? You know, or shame on you, you should not be wearing that. Like, people are watching, your thighs are exposed. Why? Why are you coming for me? Yeah. You know, hit the gym.
Yeah, mind your business.
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
And the one that pays you, I don't pay you, so don't mind me.
You had that, mind your business, and specifically the one that pays you.
Yeah.
Shaz, when you were going to Mount Kilimanjaro, it was a hidden secret.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Why was that? Because I read somewhere, again, yeah, I do my research. I read somewhere, and you said you didn't want people to troll you and ask you the most obvious questions, like utaweza kweli? Yeah.
And I'd actually, so when I got the opportunity to go, I had started to talk about it, just not even on social media, just on a personal basis. And I realized very quickly that I needed to keep this trip a secret. And not because I'm necessarily secretive, but because I realized that people put their doubts about you on you. You know, and it's exactly that. Utaweza. Have you been training? Are you training enough? Have you done too much, too many opinions, too many experts who are not going to be on that mountain, climbing that mountain with me. And so I think that was one of the best things that I did for myself. I only told my family that I was going, and I just went, because then I didn't have to engage in conversations. And the thing is, I find that people do hidden, you know, they're like, utaweza kweli, and but it's okay, imagine we believe in you after all of that. So they tear you down first, and then they throw in like the odd, it's okay, you'll be fine, you know. And I'm like, even that I don't want, you know. How about let me do it, and let's have a conversation with you, and after it's done.
I hope it was a clear testimony. You shared photos, images, and everything.
Follow me on my social media, you will see it. But you know, you also find, we talk about keyboard warriors, and it's unfortunate. I had, so November last year, so of course I had my more pandemic kilos, and I did a lingerie shoot, because I'm the girl who'll add weight and go, yeah, sure, I'll also do a photo shoot when I'm still fat. But you know, I'm like, fat is fat. So I did it, and there were people who came for me on that client's page and had things to say about what I was wearing and how I looked, and oh, you need to do this and the other. And I have to say, it did definitely make me feel some type of way. And I got out of social media for a little while. But can I just tell you, keyboard warriors are also positive. They're not just negative. So I was going to ask the client to just take it down or use a different photo or something like that. But even before I could have that conversation, there were also warriors who came out strong, and people I don't know exactly, and then just like they ate up all the haters. I mean, I don't like dissing people, but I was like, wow, oh my god, thank you so much. They ate them up. They were like, exactly.
People you knew, or people who were
people I didn't know, which is why I thought it was, for me, was so rewarding, because they don't know me. They've obviously seen something about what I'm doing, and they're like, thumbs up, you know, we got you, girl. And I'm like, okay, so keyboard warriors can also be positive, not just negative, you know. So for me, it was one of the best gifts ever, and I encourage those keyboard warriors to also come out strong. And also remember, when we put ourselves out there, we're putting ourselves out on the arena. Okay, it's very easy. You can diss me all you want in your sweatshirt at home. You haven't even washed your face. Okay, I put effort. Look at this face. I did not wake up like this. I look so cute. I put myself out there. You know, you put yourself out there and then come for me. And let's see what you have to say about it.
Confidence is work in progress. It's an everyday job. And somebody I know also says happiness is an inside job. So you really have to work on yourself. As a social influencer, social media influencer, obviously many people follow you. What would you tell probably a fellow woman who's going through the kind of bullying, because it's cyberbullying actually.
It is.
Yes, what would you tell them?
I'll say just don't pay any attention to them, because the moment you accept what they say, you start actually degrading yourself. You're like, oh yeah, actually I can't do this. Yeah, I am fat. First of all, it's out there. Yes, you're big. So if I'm uncomfortable jumping, don't make me do that. Like, but do not listen to the negative aspects or the things that are being thrown at you. You'll just, it's not good.
Shazza, I see you shaking your head like you want to say something.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have so many things I want to say always.
Spill it, girl.
So one of the first things that it surprises me, but it's something that I like talking about quite often, is this thing of your body supposed to look a certain kind of way. And it's actually one of the things that surprises me the most when you see, let me speak as an African girl speaking in an African and a Kenyan context, right?
Yeah.
There's a wonderful writer who says that you are not alive to please the aesthetic of the colonized eye. And when you unpack that, for me, it really helped me look at my body in terms of what's the thing that makes me beautiful, and not in terms of a European standard, an Asian standard, or any other kind of standard. You know, I am beautiful in this body and in this context. You know, we have a habit sometimes of inheriting body issues and body, goals from a scale that was never ever designed for us. So already you're starting on the back foot, and realizing and waking up to that is one of the most empowering things that I feel has been a gift for me. So I don't even stress myself about it. Let them say what they will say.
Talking of standards.
Yes.
I was just wondering, and you mentioned a valid point. I mean, we are African women.
Yes.
Do you think it's proper for other people to set standards for us in terms of even our body image?
Absolutely not. I mean, I don't have to think about it. Of course not. I come with the genes and the heritage and the history of the body that has been sort of handed down to me. And yes, there's also the fact that I eat how I eat, or I do what I do. I'm in this age, but there's also that thing that has come built in me. One of my favorite things, and I'm lucky that I got to meet my grandfather, and he used to tell me how I reminded him so much of his mom, who was this fat brown mama who just everyone in the village just wanted to just, be her babe because she was fat and brown and happy. And I'm like, actually, that sounds very much like me. I feel like my ancestry has come very strong through me. And I love that. And he'd always tell me how beautiful I was. And I'm so glad that I had that, because now I'm like, it's okay if I'm not wave, it's fine. I will never have your skin tone. I will never have your body. Why am I stressing out about it?
Exactly.
There's something really beautiful to celebrate in this, so unapologetically.
Very nice.
Absolutely unapologetically.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Now, we are talking about body shaming. Ladies and gentlemen, very exciting conversation. I'm joined by two amazing women. If you would like to be part of this conversation, kindly hit us up on Twitter at KTN Home, at Queenie Saina, also on Facebook. We would love to hear from you. Give us your comments, tell us your experiences, and we'll definitely get back to you. Now, back to Miss Nyawi. What I wanted to ask you is this. There is this perception that curvy girls struggle, especially in the dating world, and to secure certain jobs. Is that true? How has that been an experience for you?
Where do I begin? Dating as a fat girl, as a plus size girl, it has its challenges, because someone will see you, right? And then all of a sudden they want you to lose the weight. They want you to don't eat the burger, eat the salad.
Wow.
Don't
How does that make you feel?
First of all, I'm angry. I'm like, okay, can I have 2 plates of chips? Because you have no right to tell me how to eat. You met me like this.
Yeah.
And me losing weight or trying to be healthy, that's my choice, my decision. But don't come and you date me only because I'm this big girl and you want the experience.
Yeah. Yes.
And then you want me to lose weight, like, bye. I don't need that.
Accept me as I am.
Accept me as I am. I've accepted you as you are. So accept me as I am.
How was dating been for you, Shaz?
To be honest, honestly, that is not my struggle.
I feel lucky.
I hope everybody had that.
It is not my struggle. I feel like I'm that kind of personality, as you very quickly will know the kind of person that I am. And if I'm not in the package that you desire, even I will not waste time on you. Like, let's just keep it moving. But I have to say, not just in the dating world, but even when we talk about work, I feel that there are certain spaces that people are hesitant to put people in larger bodies because they feel like you are not the right fit. And I will also call out things like media. You know, every time I do an interview with a media house, I'm like, you want to tell me that fat people cannot read news? We fit on the screen. Imagine we fit. Look at me. I'm fitting on this screen right now. I'm articulate. I read well. I have a great mind. I promise you, the body is not the problem. You know, and we find that sometimes they disqualify us unnecessarily. You know, that is why we're also plus size models. We want to show other people, other fat girls. You can wear a bikini, you can wear the tiniest little skirt, you can be fabulous. And actually, guess what? Fat people wear clothes too. Let me show you. Come. If you're not sure, follow our pages. You know, let us disabuse you of any notion that you may have that fat people or people in bigger bodies cannot do that thing. So, you know, for me, I'm throwing down the gauntlet. You know, bring us on. Let us show you how well we do it.
You heard it first here.
Yes.
Only on her standards. We are talking real issues with real people. And we are also offering real solutions. Body shaming is a big problem, especially in the world of social media. What do you think, young people probably listening or watching this show right now, what do you think some of the tactics they can do to survive it? Indeed, it is surviving, because the reality is it is here. Yeah.
I would say the first thing that comes to my mind, and I like to say this often so it sinks into people's minds. Your body, it is not the burial ground for the insecurities of people. And normally you will find the thing that someone will call out in you could be maybe something that they're struggling with, or an idealistic, you know, picture that they have in their minds. So your body is not the burial ground for that insecurity. Okay, so don't even take it on. That's the first thing that I would say. And I think I would just remind them that your body is a lot more capable than maybe what other people, you know, try to give it or discredit it for. You know, and that's one of the things you mentioned, that I climb on Kilimanjaro, and that's one of the things that I'm so proud of having done. It was really, really difficult, but I remember the first day when we were climbing up the mountain, because, you know, I'm not exactly, you know, look at this body. This girl, I'm not exactly a climber.
Very lovely, by the way.
You know, I live on the 3rd floor. Once I go upstairs, if I forget something, kesho. Okay. But I climbed this mountain, and one of the things that happened on day 1, about 3 or 4 hours into our climb, we had all these like seasoned climbers, you know, mostly European, just like going right past us. And it started to get to me, because I thought, oh my goodness, this is just day 1. And I was lucky that we had one of the guides that we were going up with was like, Shaz, let me tell you something. This mountain is also your mountain. It's not just theirs because they're seasoned climbers. It's yours also. And one of the things that I would look at myself at the end of every climbing day, because, you know, you're doing that for 5 days, I realized, yes, okay, fine. So I'm a fat girl. Maybe today, on average, I climbed 6 hours. Maybe it took them 4.5 hours. But guess what? At the end of the day, we both climbed the mountain.
And you
so it is still an achievement. So that does not take that away from me. Yes, I might move a little slower, you know, but I think it's nicer. I get to take the view everywhere I go, you know, and smell the roses. But it's still a valid experience.
And then the thing about body shaming is people think it's just for plus size women.
No.
Yeah, Miss Nyawira.
Yes.
Maybe you could highlight that.
Everyone is shaming everyone. Can be a slimmer body, you're being shamed because you're being told that's not the body now that we want. That's not the in thing. People want thicker. And then on this side, you're big, but they're like, no, actually, we want that. Athletic shape, pear shape. So people are struggling and forcing themselves to starve just to get that hourglass figure. And like, don't. Like, everyone is, just love yourself in the body you're in.
Love yourself in the body you're in. That would be a good point to wind up this show. But just one more thing. In my mind, I have this image of 15, 16, 17-year-old person, boy or girl, and they are just new to social media. And we have these keyboard warriors, these very mean people who bully these people. And they've been hit by one comment. They just posted the image. They thought they took a nice picture and they shared it with the world, hoping to get, you know, just some love. And something happens. They are hit by this one comment and they don't know what to do. As we wind up, what would you tell this person, this boy or girl? Yes. How do you live beyond that? How do you ensure that this does not impact your life, does not affect your life in any way?
I say if it's on social media, that's your space. It's what you allow. So if you don't like it, delete, block the person.
You had.
Bye.
Say that again.
Delete and block the person. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's your space. Be safe.
Be safe.
In your space.
Yeah, Shaz.
I would definitely say I agree with that. Delete and block. I do it all the time, and it's the best stress relief ever because I never have to deal with it. And don't engage with it as well, because you find yourself always trying to prove yourself to people who aren't really worthy of that effort. But then I would also say take some time out and define yourself for yourself, because if you don't define yourself for yourself, you will be eaten up alive by people's insecurities every single time you try to do anything. And then you'll always find that you're working from a reactionary point of view. You know, define yourself for yourself, and then it doesn't matter what people have to say. Either they love you or they don't. And if they don't, it is definitely their loss.
Problem.
I can't imagine someone not loving me. Look at this. How can you not love this? Oh my goodness, your loss.
Oh, very nice. Now, in case somebody wants to keep up with activities that you're doing, I know you do a lot.
Yes.
The stand-up comedian.
Yes.
You do a lot of talks, and you do other things as well. So, where would we find you?
For me, I'm most active on Instagram. That's where I like living. And my handle is queendom.blog.
Yeah, fellow queen in the house. Yeah. I just feel like we are royalty here. Very nice.
Yes.
Social media is my house. So you'll find me at Miss Nyawi.
Miss Nyawi.
Simple.
There you had it. Ladies, it's been amazing having you on the show.
Thank you.
You've been amazing. I've learned so much from you. And I'm going to be very careful about what comes out of my mouth. Thank you so much for creating time to join us. And we hope to see you in case we have conversations such as this. We are at the Argentine Rooftop Sky Lounge enjoying beautiful, panoramic, breathtaking views of the city's skyline. This is the perfect exclusive venue to unwind and enjoy an evening cocktail with your family and friends. Gemsuits Hotel and Luxury Service Apartments offers international 5-star standards and is located in Riverside Lane and State House Crescent. Well, we are going to take a short break. Stay tuned and be inspired.